Hell, good afternoon, boys and girls of YouTube. This your host, Carrington Halter for Friday, December, not December, God, Friday, May the 22nd, May 22nd. And this is going to be a mixture of the Carrington Halter Show Unfiltered, What Grinds My Gears, on to one. And yes, you have seen the title. And let's discuss because the phone I'm about to tell you, it really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, with no further ado, let's go. Around 10 o'clock ish last night, I was taking a some of a nightly stroll to go get supper. And I thought that I would get Burger King since I didn't have anything to eat for supper. Had lunch, had breakfast, but just casual going to Taco Bell. And as I was crossing the crossway to go to Taco Bell, it was it was a guy in a Hyundai Veloster, shirtless. You know. And mind you, he was not in the turn lane. So the freeway that I was on in particular, you have a turning lane, four turning lanes. And there's if you're from White Cross, Georgia, you would understand what I'm coming from and entirely. If you live in White Cross, Georgia, that is. So the turning lane is on the right, on the left hand side of the freeway. And there's a Circle K right next to the Burger King. And the Burger King in question is right next to the Kroger. So I look right there at this guy, and apparently he was in the lane that was not the turning lane, but he said, "Okay, I'm gonna turn anyway." So as he did so, I looked dead at the action when it happened. Boots on the ground, right? Boots on the ground. And as he turned, there was a tannish 90s Explorer, late 90s. I want to say 95 to 97 model Explorer, the pre LCI second gen Explorer, tan in color. If those of you who have old Fords will know that once that vehicle gets involved in an accident, your inertial switch gets popped. And There's no starting it. There's no stars in that car at all. So hit that vehicle. That vehicle was going east. That vehicle was going eastbound. Hi. Um, yeah, that vehicle was going northbound. So he hit that vehicle. That Explorer almost flipped over. Thankfully, he didn't. It did a 180. He proceeded to hit this Nissan Rogue that was driven by two women. Where that had two women as the occupants in the Rogue. And as he did so, he proceeded to go over towards the grass and stopped. Mind you, he was not in no turn lane whatsoever. So obviously, the law was called. The EMS was called. Fire trucks was called. And also, obviously, the airbags were deployed, or at least from the Veloster and this 90s Explorer. And normally on an older vehicle, airbags usually, you know, quit working after so many years. Thankfully, the gentleman in that Explorer suffered only a minor injury as it relates to his arm. So I was on my way to Taco Bell. Got back from Taco Bell. Mind you, the accident was still on. The scene was still active, you know, and obviously witness statements had to go forth and all that. And considering that I was one of the witnesses on the ground with boots on the ground, I had to obviously give my witness statement. And obviously, I gave my name, date of birth, and obviously the what happened as it relates to the incident at hand. And to sum this particular thing up, then I'm probably going to rant. The cop basically told me, well, just in case, you might be summoned to court, so if that was to happen, which 9 times out of 10, it will happen. And I went on by my business after I gave my witness statement. Now, tangent and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why? Firstly, why was he even in the lane that was not designated for a turn lane in the first place? There could be multiple reasons why, but I'm gonna sum it to us to probably two. One, he was either drunk, buzzed out of his mind, high, or both. Secondly, if he knew he was going to turn right, then obviously, hi, your day Amani, and obviously, why would what give him? I mean, he could have basically endangered many people. Well, hello, he could endanger multiple people, but thankfully, they all walked away with basically minor injuries. It could have been worse, especially for the guy who drove the Explorer. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. But thankfully, they all walked away with minor to, injuries. But that does not give this guy the excuse of turning in a lane that's not designated for a turning lane at all. I mean, hell, if you get on the left hand side of the lane, that lane not even designated for it. So a boneheaded move, I think so. But I don't know, man, because I don't know if he's going to even be able to keep his license at this point. Because it's late at night and you got headlights that that's bright as day. Why give you what gives you the what give you the think the thought of you could just turn in that lane right there? Sure, if you in that left hand right hand lane there, you could turn right, right? But come on now. And what made it even sadder is the guy who had a Hyundai. Hey, how you doing? The guy who had a Hyundai Veloster now had a rose on his dashboard. Now on his I'm doing good. How about you? Not only he had a rose on his dash, he had a decal that says in loving memory of whoever his loved one is. It's sad, but at the same time, it's a boneheaded move because it could have ended a hell of a lot worse than it did. I didn't want to make this video, but oh well. Well, I'm good. I'm I'm good. Just got a sore throat. I'm afraid of. So it's just the fact of the matter is he- this guy pulled a boneheaded move. Well, bye to you too. And you just He just could have caused his life, not only his life, but the lives of three others could have been hanging in the balance. And those that don't know, a Hyundai Veloster N is I don't want to say it's a performance car, but it's somebody will correct me in the comments. So I got a sore throat, but it's like a more of a hot hatch per se than your regular average Joe Hyundai Veloster, the average Joe model. So, and for him to pull a stunt like that, for him to pull, I mean, yeah. And as a good, and here's a PSA: if you're drunk or high on any substance, go home. Don't be on the roads because not only you cause life of your peer, yourself, but multiple people involved. I won't even. Nobody don't even know what this guy's fate is going to be until the court date. So yeah, that been explicitly said. Be safe out there. Don't cause any traffic violations and any accidents if you can. I'm your host, Carrington Hollister, for Friday, May 22nd. And thank you for joining me and watching me on this video. And till next time, I'm signing off. Yeah, I'll be good one.